Ryan, just how do you describe kind of the energy and the atmosphere that you saw tonight in such a quick turnaround?
Yeah, I mean having a sellout crowd, it's a huge benefit to us, and you see the energy that this arena generates, with a group the way they played tonight. I just think it's a big credit to our fans for pushing us through, any type of, maybe first game jitters in a way. They were supportive, so I give a lot of credit to them.
And just how much of a lift did Malik give you coming in and making those shots early?
Yeah, I mean, there's something about Malik that you wanna be around him because he's tough, and I've learned that after just a couple days. Him trying to bring out the best in others too, and I think we got some of those guys, on this roster, which makes you excited but not satisfied.
What is your optimal usage for Johnson once he knows the system and is healthy and everything? I mean, he gives you a lot of different things, but what kind of roles do you want to put him in?
Yeah, I mean, we were able to. I told you guys we're going to try to keep it simple. One of the things that we, talked about doing was, having James, especially with D'Angelo out, Jordan McLaughlin, who I give a ton of credit to, playing the minutes that he played, and then how he played as well. We were going to have James be a primary ball handler as well, with that second group especially. And I loved what he did with he played with Jarrett, Jalen Noel, and Nas, who are all very good players, but also young players. And I love the confidence that he was instilling in those guys. So he's another guy I'm excited about right now.
After the 13-game losing streak, the turbulent week that you had to come out and have a game like this, just what does it do emotionally for you, for the guys that are left over here, and for the new guys? Just how does this one just feel for you guys?
I think my dinner's going to taste a little better tonight, and I might get a little more sleep. But no, I'm just happy for that locker room, and more than anything, I'm happy for this organization for having a game like tonight. And then happy that the fans got to see, a performance like this. But also, you can't be satisfied. I mean, it's been a tough up and down year, but I think people can see, when we stick to, what we're looking to build, and we grow this thing, it has potential to be something very special.
Reasley and Juancho came from a team that was kind of built on toughness and belief. Mm-hmm. Along with the shooting and everything else, are those kind of characteristics you think you've added to this team with the acquisitions?
Yeah, I do. And, you guys, you'll hear me say it a lot, but I give Gerson a lot of credit for that. And, for being somebody who sees those type of characteristics, how those intangibles really are something that matters. And, I'll say again, it's only one game. There's going to be, growing pains. There's going to be, nights that, you don't make 26 threes and you don't have 39 assists. I understand that. But I also like that, what you can kind of see glimpses of tonight, makes you, when we get to tinker with the system and get to, these guys continue to get to know each other, it makes you, positive about what could be to come.
Ryan, with Carl, he not a backseat, but he was able to kind of do less for you guys offensively. Is that, just kind of the added benefit of when you have the other guys around him mm-hmm. being able to give as much offensively? Is it nice that you can kind of put him into a role where he doesn't have to be the guy?
I thought this was one of Carl's best games of the year.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
He had 22 points, 9 assists, and 12 rebounds, and I thought the way he was keeping it simple too, I thought he was great. And so, Carl wants to win, and he made winning decisions, and I really like some of these guys in terms of, and I'll single James Johnson out again. I like what he was saying on the bench, and that makes me feel good about where this team can go and where these young guys, because we got even younger through the trades, where these young guys can grow.
Malik scored 11 points in a span of like 78 seconds. What does that kind of firepower just do for a team? Just even the possibility of someone who can do that.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice to have, you know, a weapon like that that can get hot. You know, he's a guy that I mean, I've seen him, you know, whether it's early morning or whether, you know, I'm in the office late, he's been there shooting. And I don't see that as a coincidence or as something that is just him doing that, you know, early on in his tenure here. I see that being who he is. And so that with that, he's going to be confident out there. And you're not going to have to tell him, hey, keep shooting the ball, because, you know, I think he's going to do that.
When you guys have typically had some trouble in the third quarters this season, you guys came out your first at least 2 defensive possessions in the half court were just immaculate in terms of following the ball movement. Did you say something specifically? And is it true that, I mean, system is part of it, but defense is so much of it is effort, and what we're seeing out there is what we saw?
Yeah, and there was a lot of positive, we call it positive juice. You know, we say in our facility, you know, hey, whether we're on a losing streak, whether we're on a winning streak, or what if it's September, you know, we want juice in the gym. And I think this group has a lot of natural juice that isn't something that you have to fake out there or try to generate on a daily basis. I think we have a lot of guys who are just, you know, in that. And, you know, I think that Malik and Wancho helped with that tonight. I loved Cat's approach tonight. I loved Jordan McLaughlin, what he was able to do. I thought Josh gave it. I mean, I could go on the list with these guys, but, you know, I also want to make sure that, you know, it's tough in a couple day span when you're changing over a roster. Our assistant coaches, our video staff, and everybody, you know, basically everybody within the organization, the way they onboarded these guys and the way they you know, got these guys ready to go. I want to make sure that they all get a lot of credit because, you know, I think we saw, you know, we saw that they worked very hard on that.
Anyone else? All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you all.